Let's see what's going on. Should be live. Let's check it out. Yeah. It's offline. You see it? I'm using a Photon app or something. Let me see. It's like super easy to use. Let's see. Phonto. It's easy as hell. Yeah. It's like a red. It's for I do it on my iPhone, but it's PHONTO. Yeah. It's super easy. I can make a thumbnail in like I made that thumbnail in like less than a couple minutes. I haven't really played around with that, but I'm sure you could. Yeah. I mean, you could do like single words. I know that would work, but there would be a little bit more editing involved. I got somebody in the stream. What's going on? I didn't even do an introduction, so I got 500 subs. Thank you, everybody. I got my phone pulled up on the right so you could see. I got eCash down here hanging out with me. Pretty cool. It was a pretty awesome day. I worked last night. No, I was saying it was a pretty awesome day. Uh, it was daylight savings time at work. I work overnight, so normally work a 12-hour shift. I only worked 11 hours. They bought us free pizza because they were doing some work on the floor in the cafeteria. Got 500 subs. Pretty cool day. Not bad. I'm close to it. I'm like 1.8. Yeah, I think because I got vidIQ, so it's like 44%. They'll tell me the percentage and stuff like that. Yeah. So 44%, I mean, that would be like 440 subs if you're doing the math. But, oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. It's been crazy with everything, man. Phone farming, YouTube. I was actually going to pull up. Yeah, thank you so much. And especially like everybody that subscribed to me, I want to tell everybody out there, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I'm gonna have a lot more content coming out. What if even if it's not phone farming, I'm eventually gonna branch into drones and stuff. I do have a drone, just maybe later. I don't know, but this is a $50 drone. I might open up later. Pretty cool practice drone. But I mean, around here it's been pretty. Well, yeah, actually, this is my second one because I was messing around with it in my front yard, and Oh, I got you. I got you. Hold up.
Let's see if I hear me.
Go now. All right. I fixed it. I got you. I got you. Hold
There
up.
we go. Now I'm good. I think. Let's see if I hear me.
Go now. All right. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. All right, I'll mute
I had the
myself.
desktop turned off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, so a recap then.
Yeah.
I said congratulations for your monetization, or halfway to monetization on YouTube, as well as what else did we talk about?
um. Oh man. Oh, watch time. How much watch time I have?
Yeah, 1.8.
Yeah, I'm at 1.8, 44%.
I said you're like right there at the halfway mark.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Got yeah, well they could hear what I was saying, so I'm sorry guys, I had the desktop audio off, but all good now.
Yeah. And then you were telling me about the drone that you picked up. That's the second one of those drones, and you were saying, um, why do you have like the second drone? What do you plan for video footage for YouTube with that second drone? Like, what's along the way that you'll do with the drone? That's a good question.
Well, one of the things you can do with a drone is you can sell aerial photography, and you can also sell like videography or even short clips, like 10 to 30-second clips. But if you have like a really good drone, like 4K or something like that, you can make actually pretty good money. On there's quite a few sites that I know of that you can get started on. One of the probably easiest ones to get, because you kind of got to go through a initiation process. You got to like submit a few photos, and they'll tell you if you're good enough or not.
Yeah,
But like one of the ones I started with was Shutterstock. I mean, they don't pay a lot, but you get a lot of exposure on their platform. And then one of the other ones that you can build up to is called like Video Blocks or Story Blocks. They got quite a few different websites that are all intertwined as one company.
yeah,
And some of the people that are making these really good drone shots, you can it's full commission because they charge like a monthly charge. That's how they make money. And you get the full commission of whatever you sell on their platform. So
man, I think that's cool. It
you
really
can
is.
make a couple $100 off a 30-second shot. But on the same token, you got to be really good pilot. So that's why I bought this drone.
Well, here's the question: Do you have like areas around you that are like, I guess you would say, kind of like a landmark kind of area that you could go and take footage of? Something that people have a high demand for seeing, like attractions that are around in your area or somewhat close by? Because it's like I noticed with YouTube, if you a lot of people that do vlogging, they go out to places, very, very popular places around the United States or around the world, and that is going to help you out the most. So I would assume that if you get some footage of places like that around you, that you would be paid better for that kind of footage as opposed to, just maybe some footage of, I don't know, a landscape or something. So just anything that's, so I don't know what's around your area.
Uh, I live in Illinois suburbs, so it's nothing too exciting.
There's
But
got to
I
be
mean,
something that's
okay,
important though, like historical landmarks. There's got to be every town, even like the smallest town, has something that's of historical importance that you could, especially for YouTube, you could find that the thing that is of historical importance and then dub it over with some commentary on top of that to explain what it's about, and something like that.
oh yeah.
So that's that's the first thing I would think. You know,
The thing is, you gotta capitalize on what's around you. Like
yeah.
okay, if you live in like a nice area where there's like palm trees, and everybody wants to see palm trees and nice weather and stuff like
Oh hell
that, but
yeah.
like sometimes you
Or
want to
mountains,
see
man.
snow,
Mountains.
like snow and
Yeah, yeah.
just crap, because like that's usually how people sell stuff. Like, because an advertiser might scoop your footage if it shows a problem, and they're offering a solution. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like, you got to think in that kind of mindset too. But back to the drone. I mean, I already have like a DJI Phantom 4 and a Phantom 3, which are well capable of shooting. Well, the Phantom 4 is capable of shooting 4K. The 3 was kind of like a fun drone, but then I downsized to this because it's only $50. If I went and crashed it into a tree, I'm not going to feel bad about it. But I'm also going to get good practice in too, because these, like a drone like this, is a lot harder to fly than a Phantom 4. Because these drones you have to trim and stuff like that. Like, you had a Phantom 4 just runs off you can run it off a GPS, and that thing will just like hover right in the air, like ridiculous.
It sounds so cool, man. It really does. I wish that, I spent a lot of money on, I guess you would say, some of the things that I'm really interested in, but I'd like to one day have a really decent drone. It really would be. It'd be good to have, especially for YouTube. If I ever try to branch out into like vlogging and, just going around creating videos, just traveling the United States, I thought about that too, because I like to travel. I'm not this guy that wants to be stuck in one spot for a very, very long time. But I'm at the same time, I'm a homebody. So like, I like to be at home. So
I guess a homebody too.
Yeah, but I'd like to go out and see things around the United States. And, it would surprise some people, man. I've been from like California to obviously Florida. I've been all around the United States. Went to Vegas, went to the Grand Canyon, went to Disneyland. So I've seen a fair amount that's out here in the U.S. I still like to go to Washington, D.C. I mean, who doesn't want to at least once in their life check out Mount Rushmore and see what that's all about, and just travel around, see some of the stuff that's out here. Go to every single Illuminati base in the U.S. Oh man,
that would be a good shot for your drone business.
Get out there to Bohemian Grove.
Hopefully this doesn't have audio.
Pray to a giant owl statue.
Are you hearing that? I just want to make sure I don't. I kind of want to play.
All sounds good.
I kind of want to play Perk Scratch and win because I just hit 500 subscribers. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Right. Oh man. Oh yeah. So we were talking about that. We discussed you and phone farming for a second before we went live, talking about your profits and how profitability is down. And
oh man,
yeah,
it went way down. Like there's no putting a happy face on it, But the thing is, like, I wouldn't want people to get discouraged because, like, here's the facts. Like, okay, advertising wants to be where the attention is, right? If you were trying to promote your business, you would want to put it in front of as many people as possible.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So these things called smartphones that everybody has, and everybody's just walk around anywhere tomorrow, today, and see how many people you can see like this, like, on Facebook or Snapchat, whatever, like, their faces in their phones. They're not watching TV. They're not listening to the radio as much as they're on their phone.
I see what you're saying now. Go around and look at the general population and what people do. Most people are looking at their phones.
So that's where advertising is
I think, honestly, you know what? And this is why I think that the paying applications over time, they will pay more. I don't think that it's like we may see the passive applications kind of die out. It might. But I think that you're going to see some applications come out on the scene that actually pay people pretty decently for their time as a, I guess you would say, as a direct side effect of losing all of these passive applications. We're going to have some apps be like, well, how can we pay people so well that they want to use our app back to back to back, which I mean, dude, that could only be a good thing. I like, and I've said that for a while. I don't mind to sit here and put my time in on an application if I know I'm really going to profit from it. So, dude, I bet you anything that these guys, these companies, they've got to be suffering right now. And whenever, companies like Perk, if they're out here suffering money wise, like, I guess to a person that would see this company and then they've been making millions of dollars, right? So it doesn't seem like they've lost a lot to, maybe it wouldn't to us, but to them as a company, if they see a total decline of say like 35, 45% of their overall profits that they used to see because people aren't running their applications of their website, they're going to want something different to happen.
Yeah.
They're going to want something to happen that's going to put them get their profits back up to the percentages that they originally have seen. So, and I find it hard to believe that they haven't lost some profits. It just, everything that's been going on lately kind of screams out that a lot of these companies are not making what they used to make. So it could be a good thing. We could, like I said, we might see the passive stuff die, but then we'll see other applications that'll come around. A good example is Quarter. So, yeah, I think everybody knows I follow this stuff so closely, man. I really do. I try to, like every single day, I try to look into more information for paying apps and websites. But Quarter is a good example of an app that could come around. It could pay people really decently for their time. And, maybe applications just like that will be what kind of replace these passive apps, so you might see people, this is where like we were talking about having a phone farm, instead of having 80 phones, having 30 to 40 phones, and it would be less hassle at the same time too if you only had so many phones you had to keep up with, but it could be more repetitive. I don't know, man. There's like a fine line between looking at like 80, 90, 100 smartphones and then knowing what you have to do with like 30 or 40 phones to see some decent profits. So like all these people that threw in the towel, they've all just been like, I'm selling all of my phones. And maybe they made the right decision overall. I don't think so. I don't think that they have made the right decision because once again, if we saw Perk die, maybe that's the time to sell your phones or shut your phones down and put them in a closet just in case another group of applications, a family of apps just like Perk pops up. Anything can freaking happen. So
that's true.
But yeah, like until Perk fully shuts down and they announce that we are shutting down all of our applications, they will no longer be in the Play Store. I don't see why you would sell your smartphones. It's always it will always be there as a form of income that you could do whenever you want to. I wouldn't go investing in phones right now though. And if you did, you need to get them at like $5 a piece, $5, $5 to $10 a piece. Just hitting a return of investment is really important for this stuff too.
But the thing is also, I mean, you don't really need 20 phones to start off. Yeah, I just said hi to him. I was typing while you were talking.
Oh shit.
But
I'm a crap.
That's all right. Yeah, I mean, you don't need a ton of phones right off the get-go. You could use the phone you have right now. You could do stuff like the receipt apps.
Yeah.
Do surveys. Yeah. I mean, there's apps where you could do missions. I know there's Job Spotter. A lot of people don't talk about it. I'll talk about it real quick, but since you guys are probably not in my area, but you don't really want to promote this app, but Field Agent.
I've heard of Field Agent.
I've made almost $100 off of that in a very short period of time. And all you do,
man, I got one.
It's like a secret shopping app, and you go inside like big stores like Walmart or whatever, and you do like you see how many people interact with you, and you answer questions about it, and they pay you.
If you like that,
pretty good too.
There's one that's just called,
and they'll tell you how much they'll pay you straight up. They'll say there's a mission right here. And it'll fluctuate too. Like sometimes it won't be worth it, but sometimes you'll be like, man, they're gonna pay $10 for me to go to Burger King and take a picture of the drive-through menu and answer 3 questions.
Man, I did a quick review of this application.
Way better than doing a survey.
It's just like Field Agent, except they're more geared towards actual small jobs that you can go into. In most cases, you're going into a grocery store. You have to take photos of like the stock on the shelves or do some sort
Yeah.
of light stocking on the shelves. This thing is called Survey. Like the entire app, when you see it, is just called Survey. But man, if you really like apps like Field Agent, this is one that pays high, and this is the one thing about like they pay. Let me come over here to projects. It says,
To write that down.
yeah, man,
What's it
it was
called?
one of the videos that I did. The application is just called Survey, man. Like
It's called Survey. That's it.
I can't. It's something else though. When you see the website, this has been a while ago that I did that review. But man, I'll try to find the info for that.
Yeah, man. I mean, some of those. I mean,
Hold on. There's
there's a fine line too. Like you don't want to be getting in your car and driving across country just to go do a mission.
bro.
But at the same time, you want to just keep an eye on your map.
Well, the
see if
thing about
stuff
this
pops
app,
up
it's like
that's close by, and hit it up quick.
$10 Smashmallow. This is one of the projects that you can do. Smashmallow audit product purchase. It says it's 20 minutes for 10, and it pays you $10. During this assignment, you will be auditing Smashmallow. Hold on, Nick. I clicked it on accident. This product requires purchasing items. It is possible you may have to spend as much as $120. Please do not claim or request this project if you're unable to purchase a product. Failure to purchase eligible product in store may result. So you might have to buy something and then maybe you get your cash back.
Yeah, they
and
do.
then pay
They
out
do
us
that on
$10.
Field Agent too.
Yeah,
I never
so
did
this,
any cashback stuff on Field Agent yet, but I'm pretty sure that they would pay you back. They link
everything.
they link it up to your bank account, and they pay you almost the next day. It's pretty quick.
Yeah, dude, everything that I've read about this one is they pay really high for everything. So, but yeah, it's
But I mean,
interesting.
those are some. Those are
I'll try
some
to find the
options for
website and
people.
send you that.
I mean, my whole thing with me, like, I work a full-time job. I got kids. I got a family. I'm looking for things. I don't want another job. I want something I can do when I want to do it or I
Yeah.
have time. So anything that fits in that little window, I'm down, like, I'll try it out. If I can take pictures of receipts, I can watch videos, I can do surveys, I can do all that stuff at home. And if I have to stop it, I can stop it and spend time with my family or whatever. You know what I mean? But if you go to a job, you punch in, you're there for 4 hours, or 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever.
Mhm.
My job, I'm there
All
for
I,
12 hours.
all I know is all these companies they always boast that they're trying to target people in the United States. That's who they really want to target for their applications. That's where they want their ads to go. So if I look at this from the aspect of the United States, most people here in the U.S. are not going to want to put time into an application and using these paying apps unless they're going to get paid pretty decently, man. So I think this is why I think the profits are going to come back, man. I think it will. Over time, the profits are coming back. But, man, there's got to be some stuff that's going on behind the scenes, though. I wish I could see some of these companies and how they function and sit in on one of their freaking board meetings.
Oh, yeah. I was just typing. So happy to have 500 subs. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, I think it's great.
I mean, I remember when I first started doing this, like, you didn't even have monetization. There
Nope.
weren't even any other phone farming channels out there yet at the moment.
Nope.
I think it was just you and the text logs. That was
Yep.
it. And you were grinding out. You were in that little tiny ass apartment. You
Yeah.
had those phones on the back wall and the whiteboards and all this. Like, it looked like you were writing formulas on that shit. Remember
Dude,
that?
I was in it, man. Yeah, it's like the reason I had everything wrote out on the whiteboards is to test out pretty much. I wanted to know every single paying application that was of any that would be of any use. I wanted to test everything because I knew, like, starting the channel, I'm like, you can't just hop into this stuff and not know these apps, you know? So even if the
Yeah.
applications suck, you know, and that's the one thing I wanted to do was be like, okay, if this application does suck, I'm going to let everybody know that it sucks. I'm not going to sit here like talking about, here is Citizen Me, and you guys, you could, or like, what's a good example? Cue me. Here's Cue me. You know, I wanted to be like, I wanted people to know at the end of the video an overall opinion for whether I felt like something was worth it or if it wasn't worth it. And that's what you weren't seeing. You would see people, they'd be like, hey guys, you can use my referral code, and if you want to, and here, check it out. This is what you can make. It'll be, you know, but no one would say, you know what, guys, at the end of the day, this is a bunch of garbage. Stay away from it. Chances are you don't want to use this. This is where the money is at. So, and that's what I tried to focus on doing. Which maybe I think that's part of what has helped me to grow. Is just trying to like break down the apps for what they're really worth. So, and well, I know they're not worth a lot right now. If anything, like we were talking about, Perk and Cash Magnet are the only two that are really relevant. Here's a good question for you. You said that you've been using pay to scan receipt applications. How much have you made off of your pay to scan receipt applications since you've been doing that?
Man, I probably just
Question.
started, like maybe less than a month ago. I
Mm-hmm.
already made $20 on Ibotta. I got 7. You
That's not bad.
gotta build up to 20, and then you cash out on Ibotta. And I think the cash out was pretty instantaneously. Fetch rewards, I've already made $3. They have an instant cash out as well. Um, I'm still, I'm almost to cash out on Receipt Hog, uh, pay, what is it? Receipt Pal, and what's the other one I'm using? Oh, Coin Out. Coin Out, though, I noticed you have to do it. You got to be kind of consistent. You have to do it. Like if you get a receipt, just scan it that day with Coin Out.
Right.
Because if you're gonna wait and then you got this big amount of receipts, they'll only let you scan so much receipts within that day. But I mean, what you can do is, say you go to the store and buy a drink or something, you can go home and go, okay, Receipt Pal, scan. Receipt Hog, scan. Same receipt. Receipt Pal, scan. Fetch rewards, scan. Coin
Yeah,
out.
you know,
You
I
know what I
checked out.
mean?
We did reviews of the pay to scan receipt applications. It's interesting, you know, $30 though for an extra $30 for
And this is stuff I would have
a month.
normally
You know.
bought anyways. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
exactly. Exactly. I was also thinking about it though, like you, for a person that has a family, that's where the money would be at. For someone that is out and they're constantly shopping, they have to shop either every day to every other day or at least a couple times a week. There's some money there. There's some money to be made back. But guys like me that we get rock stars and and a bag of chips, maybe not so much, you know. Like I'm here a lot of the time. Uh, don't really do a lot of like my shopping days have come to their close. Let me tell you, man. It's like, they really have. I've spent enough money, man. Recently, I've spent enough money, so I'm done. Oh crap.
Yeah, gotta take a break.
Yeah, I
Some
just
you gotta think about it too. Like if you're using an application and you're like it's making you want to spend more money than you would normally spend, it's probably better that you save your money and then that's money earned over money you would spend on something that you wouldn't normally buy. So you
right.
gotta think in those kind of, like for me, I like to have a drink after work. Ibotta's pretty awesome because you get money back on beer, wine,
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that. I
yeah.
could buy a standard 12 pack of beer and get $2-3 back, or a couple 18 racks, get $7 back on something I would have normally bought, or even like candy for my kids. I think they had those. Have you ever seen those candy? I forget what they're called, but it's like chocolate and you like split it and there's like a toy in one side. I forgot what it's called, but there was 50 cents back and the candy cost $1.
Yeah.
So it was like,
So you got like half of your money back
yeah.
immediately. Yeah. If you're
And
already going to
the
buy
cool thing
candy
about
for
it is,
kids, I mean, like, you've got half of your money back immediately right there for, I guess if you stocked up and like you made that, like that's the candy that they get, they can have this and maybe try and find a variety or something like that. But then it takes care of that piece of the puzzle, kids, making the kids happy and then doing it very affordably. So
yeah, you just gotta. The only thing is you gotta know what you're
that
buying. That's
branches
all.
so much out into like the extreme couponing though, and people that they use so many different coupons that they end up having money back somehow.
But this is easy because it's kind of like you don't have to go flipping through a magazine or something like
Yeah,
that and
that too.
cutting this stuff out. While you could be cutting and doing all that stuff, you could just take a picture. You're done.
I'm just ready for that next
So
app,
it's easy
man.
for me.
That's gonna pay freaking at least around $80 is what I'd like to see from one app every single month. And I know that it's not gonna be a giant nightmare to sit there and work with the app. And I don't know, man. I wouldn't mind a few minutes of my time each day, like 10, 15 minutes, something like that. But when you branch into this world of, man, I've got to go over to these phones every freaking 30 minutes. I mean, there were just times whenever I'd be watching TV or something and I would look over at my phone farm and you would see that one phone where you're just like, man, I'm gonna have to get that phone. And then while you're trying to watch TV and you look over and the phone is still there. And I don't know if anybody in the phone farming community knows what that's like, where you're just like, I've got to reset that one fucking phone, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
and then
man.
if you don't, that's the hard part.
Yeah, but
Like
it's like free
like
money,
this
man.
like this one I'm playing with right now, Watchback. It's gonna play, and then when it's done playing the video, it's gonna stop, and then it's got the play symbol, and then you have to hit the play. But the thing with this, at least you know how much you have to do until you stop.
Yeah.
Right now, it's
Yeah.
like 10 videos per day, and then you're good. But they changed it too. Look, I think I posted it in a few groups. I got an email, and I actually did a video on this before because I used to use the 60-minute or 60-second reviews because it's the quickest videos I could find,
Mhm.
and you just go through that. It's like 10 minutes of your time. But now you have to do it off the home screen. So you have to look for a video off the home screen, find something with the least amount of minutes, and then go off of that. Like I said, I got kids and stuff. I don't have time.
Oh,
Like you
I get
said,
it, man.
you don't want
I
to
get it.
watch this phone and babysit, all day. You don't have all that time.
All I know is like when I first checked out Watchback, I thought it was a horrible app. But the more I started to really pay attention to what the app was about and see how people were being rewarded consistently from the app, people are still being rewarded consistently from it. I've had to change up my opinion a little bit. But I
I'm
just
making money off of them. They're
yeah,
they're
I mean
big.
that's
They're actually a big part of Perk right now.
yeah,
But you can
dude.
also make your daily bonus. They changed it on Perk's website. Watchback is part of that.
Yeah. So if it stays in the same direction that it is now, and man, like I said, if they just went ahead and just trashed a couple more of their applications that people don't really use or like using, trash a couple more, launch some brand new apps, man. Go ahead and put out a couple of brand new apps. That would just make all the difference. And the big thing is, if I tell you what, I'd rather them do something like
Yeah, their
if a
ramen looks good.
it does, don't it? If they didn't have the money to pay out people, like if the money for advertising, watching the advertisements just wasn't there, that's cool, man. Just make it to where people could click it at whenever the money is available. And I don't know, man. Just it shouldn't. They need to get rid of the issues of their applications crashing, the black screens, the freezing,
Yeah.
the just odd and end bugs that people have to deal with. If they did all of those things and then set it up to where we know whenever we can make money, this is how much you can make, and this is how it is. Deal with it, use our app or don't. I'd rather have that than anything. So Maybe
Now,
that's what they'll do.
now Perk was actually bought out by, is it Rhythm One?
Well, I'm actually that whole Rhythm One thing that people were talking about. I question whether that happened some time ago because there was a recent post in our Facebook group by Cat Scratch Fever. Shout out to her if she's here.
Check this out though, real quick, because this is my Perk.
It was like 2 years ago that they were talking about this Rhythm One, and
That's right on my Perk. Rhythm One, it says right below it. Just
on
thought that
Perk,
was
like
kinda-
what though? Is
kinda
that like your
interesting.
tax info or?
Yeah, it says Perk.com USA Incorporated. C/O Rhythm One US Holding Incorporated.
So, okay, so that makes you think. How long has that been on that mail? Like, has that been there for 2 years? Is this whole Rhythm One thing? Have they already bought Perk some time ago? But I've seen different things are happening right now with the applications. One thing that happened was UK is no longer allowed to use Perk applications. So this was brought up in my Discord. If you're in the UK, you now can no longer take advantage of Perk. I guess unless you found some other method to being able to use the apps. But so you have to wonder if they are doing some things behind the scenes to change up the app somehow, do something different with them, or maybe it's just going to stay like this for freaking ever, man. You just don't really know.
You never know. I saw somebody post something about Ulato too. Like they said maybe Ulato isn't paying so much because they're not getting money from the advertisers right away, but they still want to pay, so they lowered their pay threshold. I don't know.
Honestly,
It's
there's what else could it be?
Right now.
What else could it be? I mean, I don't know, man. These companies, they've got to understand that how many people are going to continuously run 30, 40 different Ulato phones and only make just barely any money. Like there's going to come a time period whenever people can't. It's a really good topic because if people's phones bloat trying to run these applications and they haven't made enough money to go ahead and invest in more phones, right? How are they're not going to be able to continuously run these applications if they're not paid enough to be able to run them. So hopefully these companies will wake up, even the advertisers. Hopefully the advertisers will wake up and say, well, I mean, we made a lot of money from those guys that ran all these smartphones, and maybe they didn't, though. Maybe it's like, maybe they have so many different people that download these applications consistently on like a daily basis from all around the locations that the applications are available, that they make enough money that way. And us phone farmers are insignificant. But I don't know, man. I can't see people. Maybe they want people, and I think I've talked about this before. Maybe they want people that will download an application, test it out for like a couple of different tries, and never take their ad revenue. Like they'll never make it to a cash out. Have you ever done that? Like go to a website and be like, man, screw this website.
Yeah,
and you do something on it? Yes. So maybe that's the kind of people that they want. They want people that freaking see their advertisements, don't make it to a cash out, don't get any money out of that case. They pocket all of the money and screw everybody else.
But that's honestly, that's not the majority, because the majority is the people that are phone farming. They're the ones getting all the ads.
I don't know, man. Have you ever went to...
That's what I believe. Because, like...
I don't know, man.
I've got, like, over
I question whether that's
phones.
true, because if you go to the Play Store and you look at a paying app, how many people do you see that comment on those applications and they don't... You've never seen their named. Like I've seen people, they'll do a review on an application. People from my freaking group have been over on the Play Store. Be like, oh dang, that's somebody from my group. But then if you look at all the other thousands, possible thousands of comments, how many of those people have a phone farm? How many out of those thousands of people do every 3,000 comments do they all have phone farms? You know what I mean? So. I think the phone farming communities are, I don't know. We make a percentage of it. There's no doubt about that. I have no doubt in my mind that we make a percentage. But I think the larger percentage is people that just download the application, they make cash out. Chances are they don't have 30, 40, 50 phones, and they just try out different applications and get like a $25 gift card here and there. Not like us guys that sit here and run the apps and then go for months trying to find more apps and stacking up the applications and doing what we do. But I do know that
it would be interesting to see that kind of data.
Oh, definitely, man. I'd love to get my eyes on some of the stuff that they have.
Because I mean,
just
one phone farmer could be
any of their geographical data. I'd like to see, and then I'd like to see their profits for, around the United States. I'd like to keep it confined to the United States and see what that's like as a whole.
Yeah, just one person could be 50 to 100 times what one person could be.
Right.
And then the consistency too.
Oh yeah, the phone farmers are definitely
consistent. A normal
person
would run the app here and there, but somebody phone farming is going to run it 24/7 if they can.
Oh yeah. They make more money out of that person as opposed to the person that, and that's a good point to make. It really is. They would make more money from someone that runs the app continuously as opposed to somebody that is going to run it for 2 seconds, give them 20 cents. And, but I don't know, man.
I think we talked about this earlier or in an earlier stream. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Like we're running the applications, we're making good money. We're getting thrown advertisements in front of us. I watch a ton of advertisements on my phones, whether I like it or not, because I'm interacting with them. And like sometimes I might see something I like, like maybe there's a Panera Bread ad that comes up, and I'm thinking about what I want to eat tonight, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll go there. Stuff like that does happen.
Yep.
So it's like. And we're getting money to pay for this stuff. So it's like everybody's scratching each other's back there. You're making some money from watching the advertisements. The advertisers are getting
what you're saying, man.
You might buy what they have.
It is the biggest issue that's going on with this stuff right now is like only so many of these companies seem to really be on board with a platform that rewards the end user. So like we're the end users of this stuff, but only so many of these companies are behind the scenes saying, you know what, we support that. We want people to make some money for their time of checking out these ads. And, great example is YouTube. Zero reward system, man, for all the advertisements that you go through and videos and you've seen. If I think about how many thousands, and I'm telling you thousands of advertisements I've seen on YouTube, going from one video to another video, because I religiously watch YouTube. If you think about just having a fraction, even 25% of what that person running those advertisements on all the channels that you've been through, what they're receiving, each person that has the ads, if you could just get like a fraction of that, how much money would you have made out of YouTube for watching those advertisements throughout your entire lifetime on YouTube? What about your kids? Like your kids watching YouTube. If they for real, if you had like a family system for YouTube, it'd just be, it'd be some money, man. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So,
how many people? And I know because I'm a parent, but how many people throw an iPad or an iPhone or whatever in front of their kids, just to like pacify them, so they can go do something, and it's usually YouTube or something of that sort or a game. And there's ads on everything. It don't matter. As soon as you log on to the internet,
our generation,
thrown ads in front of your face.
Whether
you're getting paid or not.
Bro, it's like we're waking up to this kind of stuff. We're waking up to these companies raking in millions and billions of dollars while we kind of sit here and just get shat all over. It's just a fact. Like, this is what I do with YouTube now. If I see an advertisement, like I've got my headset on, right? Here's my headset. If I see an advertisement on a video, I make it a point to hit mute. I mute the audio. Because, one, if they had these data collection services, I want to be that guy, and I'm sure there's other people like this out here. I want to be that guy that lets YouTube know I will not watch your advertisement because the only thing you are trying to do is literally get money out of me. If you see an advertisement, 99.9% likely they want your money. Well, guess what, YouTube? I want money too. So I scroll down. From the video away from the advertisement. I mute my audio and I go back up. I'm not shit you not. That is exactly my routine. I do not watch these advertisements unless, like, even in some cases, if I'm rewarded, I'll look over at my advertisement and see what it's about. But if I'm not rewarded, man, because I just don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair.
Especially for somebody that's watching, you know, like people like, I mean, you're already monetized. I'm working on it, but somebody that's just watching, you're not going to get monetization unless you create content.
Right.
On YouTube.
Yep, and I think we talked about it before too, but we mentioned Twitch and how it in the very least, at least it has this bit system that but that, I mean, it's still a little different. You can watch advertisements and earn the bits, but if you go over to, and I think it's so overboard right now, bro. It is extensively overboard. If you go to Twitch and you go to a popular streamer, someone that's way up at the top that's fully partnered with Twitch, the amount of advertisements that you will see during their live stream is like 4 advertisements in a row. It literally makes that live gameplay next to unwatchable because you'll get to like this point. Oh my God, he's about to blow that dude's head off. I know it's coming. He's going to snipe this dude down. And then boom, you have 4 advertisements shoved in your freaking face back to back to back. And I'm talking like 2 minutes worth of freaking advertisements. Smack, smack, smack. And you've missed part of the stream. And you're just like, well, what the fuck is the point of even watching the stream? You know, like, what's the point? What is the point?
Because it's all live and you can't.
Yeah, like it's that's done. That's done. I guess I'll have to go back and view the stream. And then guess what? Even if you go back and view the stream, more advertisements while you go back and view the stream, trying to find that one part that you missed. Smacked right in your face. So I just think everything has gone so overboard with this world of advertising. And, you know, our generation really should be the generation that kind of says, you know what? I'm not falling into this. I'm not doing this. If you're going to put these I do the same thing on Twitch. If you're going to put these advertisements, smack them in my face like that, you better believe I'm looking away from it. I'm getting it away from me, and I time it out, man. I'm like, I know when the advertisements are done. That's how long it is. Mute. I'm done. I'm not hearing it. I'm not looking at it. You're not, you know.
It's hard though. I mean, you can't
corporate America, bro.
You can't hide from that. You drive down the highway. There's billboards. You go. You go anywhere. There's logos on everything.
Yeah.
Advertisement. You cannot last one day without seeing advertisement unless you live off the grid or something like that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
You know what I mean?
So like that's what has been struggling to understand. If like these companies can make that much money from this world of advertising, they can ride around in freaking Lamborghinis and multi-million-dollar homes and cruise the freaking beach and snort coke and whatever else they do, being these rich people that, you know, have built an empire off of advertising. Why can't they just break a little bit off for people out here that, you know, made it a point to go to their platform, check out the content that's on their platform? Why can't they just break off a little bit, man? It doesn't. Maybe to them it's an astronomical amount, but I just don't believe that.
Even if it was 1%, you know.
Yeah, something's
better than nothing.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So I totally agree. So
especially like for if
cryptocurrency,
anybody does phone farming, they know what we're talking about. Something's better than nothing.
Yeah. Dude, cryptocurrencies, that's why I feel like they have played such a freaking important role recently, because you've seen so many different websites that launched with these rewarding platforms. And I know a lot of that is to just get people brought over and drawn in to their website, you know, to get people to start using it. But, you know, I feel like the idea of cryptocurrencies is to be more for the people, right? Obviously. So I don't know. Maybe it'll push some of these companies in that direction. I hope that there's literally a ripple effect, you know? Because if you were YouTube and you saw, let's just say, BitTube that popped up, starts really getting some attention. I mean, and they're freaking on their game. And then there's people over at BitTube that are just making a really decent amount of money. And then also people can use BitTube and make a little bit of money. But if it got to where it was paying people even better, and then YouTube has to get scared, they get back. Kind of like a good example is Twitch and YouTube. Why do you think that YouTube did the super chats, right? Why do you think they did super chats? It was to basically to compete with Twitch having the bit system and people being able to donate to creators. So they were kind of backed into a corner. That's what happened with YouTube. And in some ways, maybe this is just my opinion, but it looks like they were backed into a corner to where they had to have that kind of system because it was so sought after. And there were talks a while back of people leaving YouTube and just going over to Twitch. So that's what I want to see. I want to see a freaking ripple effect here. Just like whereas BitTube allows people to earn cryptocurrencies while they watch videos, I'd like to see YouTube come through and say, hey, watch it for however many advertisements and you interact with these videos, we're going to give you this and this. We'll give you these points. Call them freaking, I don't know, man.
People in the stream early in the morning.
Any kind of point system. So that would be great. That'd be great, bud.
Yeah, man. I mean, anything, like you said, just to give back to the people that just
built their platform.
Use the platform and
yeah, man.
Refer.
Well, the foundation of all of YouTube's success is built off the backbone of just like the average person. Even
if
the
you got
content
paid. Imagine if you
built
got
off
paid
of just
to watch videos on Facebook.
Right. Any sort of rewarding system that people put a lot of time in here, man. They put a ton of time. Not only do they put in time, but their children put in time on YouTube. So believe me, I'm one of these guys that wants to see some major improvements on especially with me being a creator, you know, and I don't know, man, I can't complain. I've made some fairly decent money that you would never expect that you could make, especially being a smaller creator. I have made some really decent money. But I always have felt throughout the entire experience of being monetized and growing like I have, I've always felt like I kind of, for all the work that I've done, I deserve maybe a little bit more. And then I'm telling you, I've always hated, because I know what it's like to be a smaller creator. I have always hated seeing another smaller creator and them being so close or wanting to make it to this point to where they're making some sort of money for their time. I've always hated seeing that for another creator, smaller creators. So, which is why you've seen a ridiculous amount of shout outs that I've done. I'm like, hey, sub to this guy. He's got a few hundred subs here. And yeah, I mean, I tried to help.
It's tough, man. I had a YouTube channel back, more than 10 years ago, and I was offered a YouTube partner program, and I was under 250 subs. So now it's 1,000, and you got to do the watch hours. It's a lot harder now.
I think it's maybe better paid than what it used to be. Honestly, man, I feel like
that's true too, because you got more exposure.
I think the pay is probably better than what it used to be. But I can't say that. I don't know what it was like back in those old days of uploading a video. And I think I'm trying to get this camera right, man. Hell, I don't know. I would like to think it's better than what it was.
Yeah. Oh, so phone farming. It's awesome, but it's like sometimes
downhill.
It can be a pain in the ass. You know?
Yeah, man, I think
I love the whole concept. Don't get me wrong, man. Taking a phone and making it work for you, making you extra money. I think the concept is amazing.
Yeah, you know, whenever I first started my channel, I used to compare phone farming with mining cryptocurrencies. How they were, there are similarities, man. There just really are. Consumes electricity, right? And I said this in other live streams. It consumes electricity. So, ant miners, they're going to consume electricity. Graphics cards, they're going to consume electricity. Phones, they do consume electricity. Granted, it's a lot less.
A lot less.
you're for mining, you're rewarded in those cryptocurrencies, and then you can turn those cryptocurrencies into cash, US dollar or your currency if you want to. With foam farming, you're rewarded in points. Points. You could turn those points into cash or gift cards or your currency if you wanted to. That's what you could do. So I think there's tons of similarities in it. It just, man, doesn't it suck to have seen? It's like having a freaking taste of something that was just maybe the possibility of people having some sort of financial freedom for people that they've always wanted to have. It was like having a taste of that and then having it ripped away from you. Just like, because cryptocurrencies and then foam farming, they were both at like this massive peak, and it's so ironic. Cryptocurrencies mining plummeted, foam farming plummeted. They both just nosedived, you know. So to see these passive money making opportunities, that how many of them are there? There's really not any that you can just start, snap your fingers and start, right?
Yeah,
and you really could.
You got to be careful too, like what you watch. So there's a lot of scammers out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A lot.
Especially on YouTube.
Especially on YouTube, you go watch a video, you're like, how do I make money online? Or I need to make $100 in a week or whatever. And you look,
I mean, I hate a lot of
there'll
channels,
be ads
man.
on top of the video that you're trying to
like
watch about
50,
some guy with
driving
a Bugatti, and he's like, yeah, you want to live my life? My life is so special.
You buy the course, it's 2 pages of bullshit
in 1 minute.
Yeah, man, that's
right now.
So that's a good question, and I've always said this. Well, YouTube, why don't you freaking do something about these channels? That we had a guy recently. It was like so many months ago, but he was booted off of YouTube for just stuff just like that, trying to sell his MLM master course, and you know, it all being just bullshit. And people busted him out on the water on different platforms, and then finally YouTube got involved and shut his channel down. So. But that's what needs to happen, man. We need to see these guys that are just like, make $80 in 1 day off of one application in 10 minutes in 2019. Hurry, hop on board. Check out this app because it pays you so quickly. Guys, look at this. I just cashed it, and they've got like a month worth of their earnings on the website or app. It's like a month worth of their earnings. Guys, I just made this in 2 seconds. Click this link in the description down below and start making hundreds of dollars today. Look at all this money. And then they have a wad of cash, and they're literally just feeding people bullshit for them to make money. So the foundation of eCash society at the beginning was to bust this kind of shit out bust the stuff out in the open. I'm sorry, I'm being somewhat derogatory, man. But I'm passionate about this stuff, man. I really am passionate about it, because I just think it's everything that's wrong with YouTube right now is what we're discussing. And then everything that's wrong with the advertising, you know?
It's just frustrating, you know? It's just a frustrating point. Honestly, it's gonna go as soon as it comes. You don't know how long it's gonna last, but it's just, that's how life works, you know?
Yeah.
Life kind of works in like seasons, you know? You'll have the summertime or the spring where everything's going good, and all of a sudden fall will come and you'll get all your money, and then winter. Like right now is winter, and literally it's winter at my house.
Yeah.
It's been negative 20 some days with the polar vortex.
Well, I mean, on a positive note, you know, I just did a video on the new channel. There's an opportunity for you to sell your bandwidth, and from a company that's called PacketStream. Yeah, PacketStream.io. So, I mean, look, there's new stuff that's coming out here, man. It's not, and this is what I've tried to explain to people. Oh, we're done. We're getting out. I'm not messing with this anymore. You're always going to see a new opportunity online to make some money. Something new is going to come out. It might take time. But boom, prime example. This company just launched the world's first peer-to-peer privacy marketplace. You can sell your bandwidth. So you're basically renting out your freaking IP.
Honestly, it's just a fact. That's how technology works. Technology just constantly evolves and turns into something else. It's like you can't just set in stone what you can make money on using technology one year to another, it's gonna be different. It's always gonna be different.
Yeah, it's going to
It might
evolve.
be similar, but the concepts might be the same, but the platform or the method might be different.
Yeah.
The whole thing with phone farming, if you want to make money, it's routine. It's
Yep.
routine and applications, and constantly
Effort.
constantly learning and seeking out new stuff, trying new things. You're never going to have one set in stone routine that's going to work all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to constantly be learning and constantly be out.
Well, you just have to follow these conversations as
Yeah.
closely as you possibly can.
I mean, there's a lot of
This
great
is where my
people.
channel, like I know for a fact that there is no way that we can go any place other than forward as long as we're putting in the right kind of effort here on YouTube. Do you think, like, when somebody stumbles across the channel, if they're really interested in these ways to make money, if they're really interested in those ways that are out here, when they come across a channel that's like, man, hey, I cover this stuff the second I find it, and I believe me, I'm scouring the internet for it daily. You think they're not going to come over to a channel and be like, I'm going to subscribe to this, because you never know. There might be that next thing on this channel that pays $120. Shout out to you guys. You should probably subscribe to this channel, because you're talking to a guy, once again, that does this. He's always looking for ways to make money online. Chances are you might see some information that'll help you out here in the future right here on this channel. So subscribe for sure. If you're just coming here for the first time.
Join my subscribers list. I won't let you down. Like we were talking earlier.
We can only go one place, man, and that's directly up with our YouTube channels. It doesn't matter. It may take time, and for some people it takes more than others, but there's only one place you can go. You're not. Look, this is what I noticed, and I plan to do a video about this. I don't know if I need to go any further than that. Somebody might snatch the idea. No, seriously, I'll just.
All right.
I want to talk about how the fact you could take a break from YouTube, man. You cannot upload. You think you're going to lose your subs if you don't upload content to YouTube?
I didn't upload for 2 weeks. Honestly,
you're still getting.
I feel kind of bad. But I hit 500 subs, and I was like, hell yeah, I gotta go live today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like motivation.
Yeah, I just know that you won't lose subs here. Even like a great example is I switched up my content, guys. Like hardcore switched up the content on my main channel. A few people floated away. I did. I lost a few subs, but then I got more subs. Like people came and they were like, all right, so for example, you do some content that talks about money, and then you switch it all the way to a total freaking 360 degrees here, and you start talking about things that are happening on YouTube. Somebody just freaking killed themselves on YouTube. Just an example. I'm just saying. And you might have one person come along that says, that's the content that I like, and they subscribe for that kind of content. But then another person's like, well, I don't like that. I don't want to sit here and hear about this. Of course, then they float away. So it's cycled out is what I experienced recently. I'm experiencing people are kind of cycling out.
Well,
and
honestly, with subscribers,
but I've gained more than I lost. So
people don't subscribe to you after watching one of your videos. They subscribe after watching about 5, 6, 7 of your videos. And I've noticed I've picked that up from other YouTubers that are a little bit big, that are a lot bigger than me.
Yeah.
And that's what they sign up for. And if people like your videos, and you don't feel like you have the best equipment or anything like that, don't beat yourself up, because people like what you're making. So deliver on what the people like.
Man, there are some totally cool people out here. It's just as much as there are those messed up people that are out here in the world, and especially on YouTube. But there are some just really down to earth, freaking awesome people that want to support some like smaller creators here. They see that, hey, this guy's got to get somewhere here. He's to have these videos that I'm enjoying it. I like his live streams. They know that they've got to support a creator to that degree and help them to grow, or else I don't know. Some people just have fun and do YouTube videos, and it's not really about the money for them. So, which I guess maybe it's like a toss up for me. And I'm not sure where it's at for you, but it's like I'd like to make some money. Who wouldn't want to go to 100,000 subscribers or 1 million subs, and
Yeah, that would be cool.
it would be cool. But also, I don't care about the fame. The fame is like something that's definitely not a goal of mine, and I think for some creators it is. They would like to have the fame, and I'm just like, hey, okay, I don't need people to just kind of grovel and be like, worship my existence here on a platform. So, but I think the money thing is, yeah, it's a factor. I'd be lying if I said that would I still be creating YouTube videos if I wasn't going to receive uh, compensation for doing videos? I mean, most people, the vast majority probably wouldn't. Now, someone that has, and this is where there's an artistic element that comes from being a creator. You have to. I believe that some people maybe don't take any interest in art, but I think that there is an artistic element that comes with video creation. So, and
Oh
that's where
yeah,
I kind of get
definitely.
drawn in because, man, from a young age, I've drawn, I've done tattoos here recently. I like, well, not, it's been so many years ago. I picked up tattooing and doing tattoos, but I've always created some sort of art, and then I got into graphic design a bit, and yeah, man, I just feel like
Me
it's
personally,
just it's for me, man.
as
It
a
really
kid, I
is.
had. Have you ever seen one of those camcorders that had the VHS tapes that you recorded on, where
Yeah,
you loaded it on your shoulder? I
yeah,
used to make like it just messing around. Like it was me and my friends when I was a kid. I was probably like less than 10, somewhere around there. We were making videos like we were in a movie or something like that. That stuff was fun, man, back
oh
then.
yeah, oh
And
yeah,
then we would make like cut scenes. We didn't have there were no computers then. I mean, I'm not that old, but like there weren't any computers you could do video editing on.
yeah, yeah. I get
The
it.
kind of computers that were around were like, I mean, it was like green screen pretty much almost.
Yeah,
And
still, though, it's
but it
interesting.
was fun, man. And like
Yeah,
that's what I liked. The whole thing about creating is I liked making like some kind of package, some kind of video or something like that. I used to
maybe like a collaboration of
I BMX'd when
videos.
I was older, and I used to watch a lot of they were called props, and
Yeah,
they were like the BMX videos of skateboarding, like Dave Muir and stuff were
yeah.
around and stuff like that, and we would go watch those videos at home, and then we get all pumped up and we go to the trails and ride, and we bring the camera and we'd be like, oh, we're gonna make a dope, you know,
Yeah,
BMX
so and
video and put some
that's
music on it.
the exact
That's what I
example of what I'm
liked.
saying, man.
That was what I was into.
When you're doing it for that reason, when you're creating content and it's for that reason because it's something that you get a giant amount of passion and fulfillment from, that's when you know you're like you're where you need to be because and they say this on YouTube. I've heard it a billion times, and honestly, I'm getting tired of hearing all of the cliche crap that the video creators that here's information on the algorithm. I'm getting tired of hearing that crap, honestly, man, because I've seen so many videos like that. But it's really true at the end of the day. If you enjoy what you're doing here, I don't want to
You just
sound
gotta
like
have
one of them,
fun.
man.
That's
Yeah,
the secret.
you have nothing to lose then if you don't make it
Yeah,
to monetization. And honestly, that
if you're
maybe it's
having
just like
fun, you're
a
never
horrible way to
losing.
put it. Like if you won't if you don't make it to monetization, it's okay. You had fun making videos. That's like didn't it just sounds like something Donald Trump would say. You got to be happy, guys. It's all right. You don't need a small loan of $1 million. Oh man.
I don't want to go to politics.
Yeah,
I try to
man.
stay
That's
clear of that stuff.
I'm just saying as an example,
People
though.
get
I think there is like a
people get
political
crazy
aspect of
about
YouTube.
politics, man.
I dive into like what's going on with YouTube though. Um, mm, it's wild out here, man.
YouTube is literally the second largest search engine. next to Google, which is number one, which they own both. So that's pretty much the facts.
Yep, they are the all-seeing eye of the internet, the eye of Sauron.
It's crazy, man. I remember when there was no Google, and I used to use this site called 37.com because it had 37 search engines.
I was,
it was like a black layout, and I'm like,
man.
this is awesome.
I'd just go to Ask Jeeves.
Oh, Ask Jeeves was pretty cool then. And then I think Yahoo got big, and then like Google came. I'm like, what the hell is Google?
Yahoo back in the day was,
it got blown up.
Man, Yahoo back in the day was like the freaking dark web of the internet, man. Seriously.
Man, I remember AOL doing the dial-up, and it'd take you like damn near 3 minutes to get online.
Oh yeah, me too.
And then it'd be like, if you had an email, it would go, "You got mail," and you'd be like so excited to hear that.
You've got pictures.
Somebody picks up the phone and kicks you off, and it'd be like, "Goodbye."
Goodbye.
Like, oh crap.
Oh man.
Now you can just pick up a smartphone and be like, boom.
Honestly, man, that's like the best time period of my life was right around that time of, I mean, I didn't like slow internet, but some of the best childhood moments I had were in that area. That was the area of the Nintendo 64, man. Come on, the Nintendo 64 was right there.
Man.
So
GoldenEye.
Yeah, GoldenEye.
Mario Kart.
Ocarina of freaking Time. But yeah, Mario Kart 64.
Into the Turoks?
Oh yeah, man, every single Turok. I played every single one. I feel like we talked about that though. The Turok 2, Turok Dinosaur Hunter, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, what is the Turok Shadow of Oblivion, and then I don't know, man. Rage Wars, man. You could tell I played some Turok, man. Yeah, Turok Rage Wars.
I remember when they first came out. I forgot what one it was, but you could be the Raptor. I was so stoked about that.
Yeah.
Or try to mess people up. It was hard, but it was pretty cool.
They were the games, man. And then I played.
GoldenEye, though. I was a killer in GoldenEye. We would always play stack on multiplayer, and we'd play License to Kill.
Yeah.
It was like
I was pretty good back in the day. I wouldn't say I was like a pro with GoldenEye, but I wasn't bad. Definitely wasn't bad. But that spurred my love for freaking first-person shooters. You wouldn't see me on Twitch today doing what I'm doing on Twitch if it wasn't for the Nintendo 64 and the Super Nintendo. That's a cold hard fact. That brought video games into my life and profoundly, Yep. Those two consoles had the largest impact on my childhood out of any other console. Even the GameCube, I played the GameCube, but
I would have to say PlayStation 1 had PlayStation 1 and N64.
Man, I'll be honest with you. People that played the PlayStation, like I have friends, they had a PlayStation 1, and I would go over there and I sat down. And I know it's going to piss a lot of people off, but I would sit down and they'd be playing like Crash Bandicoot. The two games that I really remember were Crash Bandicoot and Parappa the Rapper. I don't know if you remember that. Parappa the freaking Rapper. So when I was not a fan of Crash Bandicoot.
You never played Metal Gear Solid?
No, see, and I saw games like that, and that was the experience. That probably is what killed PlayStation for me. Like ruined PlayStation throughout my childhood of me ever really taking an interest in it, because the only games that I saw were those two games, and I hated Crash Bandicoot. I was like, okay, you just walk in a line. Blah, blah, blah. So you just walk in a line on Crash Bandicoot, you follow this path, and I was just like, this is boring as shit. Like, I just didn't like it,
What about like Banjo-Kazooie?
Banjo-Kazooie was on the Nintendo 64.
That was a different animal.
Yeah. So, yeah, if I had played games like Metal Gear Solid and Resident Evil, and especially some RPGs that are on the PlayStation that are like Breath of Fire. If I had played any games like that, I probably would have, to this day, would be stuck on PlayStation. I mean, I have a PlayStation 4, but I don't play it like I do PC. Spyro, there he is, man. What's up, G Tech family, man? Uh, yeah,
What's
Spyro.
up,
So
Spyro the
I've even
Dragon?
Spyro, I could play more than Crash Bandicoot, you know. But yeah, I didn't really get into PlayStation. I think it was for that reason, you know. Like Crash Bandicoot, a lot of people like that game, but I'm just like, how can you be so interested in
The,
walking
the
and freaking collecting apples, bro? Like,
the two games that got me to buy a PlayStation were Metal Gear Solid and Final Fantasy VII.
yeah,
Those were like,
Final Fantasy series.
but Final Fantasy VII was like,
Final
there's
Fantasy still
the
owes
best one. They
its
made a
whole
freaking
legacy is
movie about
Nintendo.
it. I think they're even trying to do a remake on it, or they have, or I haven't been keeping up on. Oh, Tekken, man! Oh, I love Tekken.
See,
Tekken
that's
and
another thing. I didn't
Soul
really get into fighting.
Calibur.
Soul Calibur, I played a lot of Soul
Oh,
Calibur. This is
Soul
one of the only
Calibur was a
fighting
shit.
games that I could actually sit there and play, but Soul Calibur 2, I was like, that was my jam, man. That was my jam. But I might let you sit here and talk to your audience, man. You've got 9 people watching, and I kind of want to go make myself another cup of coffee and let you, talk to them for a second. This is
That's cool, man.
making it to 500 subs, so I'm sure you do want to talk to them. Yeah, I'll be right back, man.
All right, bro. Yeah, like I said earlier, guys, 500 subs. I had a long night. I just got off of work. I'm pretty stoked, and I had to go live and thank you guys. Couldn't thank you guys enough. I got 9 people watching right now. It's early in the morning. I'm happy with that. That's good with me. Just been hanging out with eCash, talking about whatever, doing some scratch and win. I thought maybe I'd do some scratch and win since I got 500 subs. Maybe I'll get lucky and win something, but I haven't really won anything yet. Thank you, G Tech family man, on the 5,000 subs, 500 subs. I wish it was 5,000. But yeah, man, we just been talking about phone farming, video games, advertising, YouTube, just whatever. No real, no real subject. But yeah, man. As far as phone farming goes, honestly, I haven't been making a lot as much as I normally been making. But part of the fact is that I've actually shut down a lot of my phones because I want to do resets on all of them. And I also had some I recently, when I was doing the resets, I opened up some of those phones and I saw some battery bloat, which is pretty nasty stuff and pretty scary if you've never seen it before. I've never seen it before personally myself. I've seen pictures online of it, but it's where you overcharge your phone and the battery will actually start to swell, and eventually it could, it could start a fire or whatever. But I've heard of some people running them past that, maybe up to 6 months. But honestly, I wouldn't suggest running them if you get battery bloat. But oh, what's up, Porky? Thanks for the congratulations. Underrated. I really enjoy your automation content. Yeah, thank you. I like doing automation content, but there's only so much I can do. But I do. One of my favorite programs to use is FREP. I like to do it for the auto cache clearing and stuff like that. Uh, there's really a lot you can do with those applications, and it's all up to you on what you do. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, real life heroes. What that app called? The app I'm running right now is called Perk Scratch and Win. Especially if you like to gamble, this is a really cool app because you don't have to pay any money for these scratch offs. But basically, what you do is you just scratch off and try to match 3 of whatever tokens there are, and hang on, let it pull up and I'll show you again. But there's perk points, there's tokens, and then there's, depending on what game you pick, you can play for like PayPal cash or Amazon gift cards. Right now I'm playing a PayPal game. So if I scratch off in those 9 squares and I get 3 PayPal icons, you'll get, I think it's $50 now. They used to have like a 250. But I think the game I'm playing right now is 250. Man, I'm getting ads like crazy off of this.
What app is that?
Oh, it's just, this is just scratching when I was just messing around with. Somebody asked what oh, the perk is not in my country. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
What country are you in? Real
Yeah,
life
that's
heroes.
a good question. Where you from, man?
Where you at?
Man, I got like 4 ads or something in a row on this thing. I wish this is how Perk TV Live was working right now.
Check out Money Roar. That's available to India.
Money Roar. Aren't all the applications work down there?
I feel like they should. I mean, if Money Roar is an app-like application, so he probably had better luck with paid to download apps. Man, what else is there? There's other websites that are available to India as well. I do know that we just mentioned PacketStream.io is a worldwide website that you can use. So,
does that that website you recommend too? That tells you what kind of where the apps are available, right? The net business rating.
It does, but it's not always accurate. But yeah, you can change the settings of net business rating to show apps that are available in your area. And the thing is, like, they don't keep that as up to. It gives people the opportunity to comment and say, "Hey, this website or application has paid me," so it is legitimate. But then also people can abuse that and say that they were paid and not really be paid. So, I mean, so net business rating, yeah, it's not a bad website. It's not a bad website, but it has its flaws. But that's where Beer Money Reddit, man. This is why I started that series on, Michael in general.
I want to be Michael.
Beer Money Reddit.
This guy wanted 200.
It sucks that they have so many bad eggs over there in that community. It really does, but that's how it goes.
Windscribe now sells USA residential fixed IP addresses. Interesting. Oops, that's my name. Whatever. You guys know my name already in a Facebook group. Oh, what else can we do? I could show you guys my Yolotto earnings. Man, they're way down.
This bald-headed kid in that photo, bro. That bald kid with like his freaking face. Oh my god. Our friend Porky here with his image is just it's next level, man. It's just next level stuff right there, man. Kid with the bald-headed kid with the glasses and the freaking stupid face on. Oh man.
Oh no, I want to shoot my points.
Oh snap.
I've been sitting at this for about like a week.
How much money you invested in mobiles and how much time does it take to get that money back?
I think I answered your comment earlier, Real Life Heroes. Honestly, I don't know the exact amount, but I think it's somewhere between $1,500 to $2,000, something like that. And I've already got my money back. And I would say less than half a year, but don't take that out of context because everything was a lot better back then. Right now, it's kind of like we're in the winter of phone farming. I wouldn't say phone farm. We were talking about this earlier too. I wouldn't say phone farming's dead. It's just in a transition or something, like, and like we were saying earlier, like technology's always evolving and stuff like that, so keep your eyes open for new applications that could possibly be the next big thing, you know. It's not a
You know
bad
what I
idea to have some phones on you for when that happens, but at the same time, you can also make money on one phone too. Like I was talking earlier about using receipt apps, and you were mentioning like,
He's in India though. If I was him, do you care if I respond to him? Is that
yeah,
okay?
go ahead, man.
If
This
I had
is
to give
all
you my
open.
opinion, because Electronium is ETN is not worth a lot right now. That's my response for that. But if I had to tell you what I think you should do with the fact that you're in India, I would tell you to check out the paid to download applications. If the second that you can find
Electronium
the
Card.
apps that are available to you and really work in your area, I would tell you to have around 10 phones. Because even for phone farmers here in the United States right now, there's only so many applications that we can take advantage of. So, great example is like what for us is like Perk and Cash Magnet. And I feel like max profits right now for phone farming, unless you're using survey applications to kind of boost your revenue like Quick Thoughts, maxed out revenue on Perk on two accounts is somewhere around at max, maybe a little more if some people are just getting lucky here and there, but around like $200 for Perk. I think for most people are averaging around a little underneath like $300 that really put their time in with the apps. So I'm not sure how you feel about that, but
300's good.
three.
I've
What would
got
you?
two. I've got two accounts. Well, one's my wife's. So I mean, it all depends too on accounts and how many devices you have, and how
Right.
much time you have,
Yeah.
and how creative you are.
What have you been pulling out of Perk during the drought?
Oh man.
Good question. I
Oh
know it
well,
can't be. It's
before.
probably not a high number. You said that a lot of your like you're doing things,
Well,
you're
a lot of
switching
my
things
phones
up
are
with your
down, so
phones.
it's not really fair to put put that number on them. But
Yeah,
before I shut all the
there you go.
phones down and I was doing it, I would say maybe 200,
Right.
200, 250.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that, I mean, I'm not always at home, so it's like,
Two accounts. It's about $100 per account right now, is what I think.
yeah,
Perk has got people shot down to around $100 per account. That's why I think like the most logical route you could take right now is still to get these $10 phones, have about 20 to 30 phones, 25 phones, something like that, divvy them out between two different Perk accounts and just have at it. And so the money is still there. I
oh
think the
yeah.
money is still there, no doubt about it. Which is why, man, I'm to this point. I'm about to come back, and I'm going to come back strong on Perk. Yep,
Yeah, I forgot that he was
15
in,
phones apiece is what I'm thinking for each of
I,
the Perk accounts.
I forgot that Real Life Heroes was in India, so I'm sorry. It's hard to remember, like, I'm from US, so, like, for me, like, he was, like, eCash was saying, like, it's Perk, Cash Magnet, um, I want to get my swag back on because swag was paying me. What's your full time job? I work in a factory, man. Hard ass work. I work with big machines for 12 hours on the nights. I make plastics, like extrusion. So imagine big, you know, uh, rollers pulling film up 3 stories and down. And I run up and down stairs sometimes, and not all the time. Sometimes it's pretty easy, but sometimes it's pretty hard. It's usually feast or famine. You can't get a normal day. It's either a crappy day or a really easy day at my job. But like I was saying earlier, it was nice. I worked 12 hours. I got paid for working 12 hours last night, but I actually only worked 11 because it was daylight savings time. And then on top of that, my my employer was doing work on the cafeteria. We got free pizza, and then I'm here right now because I got 500 subs. I was pretty stoked about that.
I think it's a reason to be very happy. Some people they struggle to make it to 100 subs, so
It's
I mean, you're
hard, man.
halfway there, man. This is a
Going
downhill
to a
slope
hundred,
for you.
man. Going to 100's hard as hell. I won't even tell. I won't even sugarcoat it, man. Me going to 100. One thing I can suggest though, if you did want to do a YouTube channel, and what helped me out a lot was I was in your group and all the other groups that started that
Yeah.
were related to phone farming. and it's cool if you're in a group and they're okay with you guys posting content. Just don't like abuse it or spam. But and it's an expression of putting down a comment, because like this is the way I look at it. Like anybody can comment like cool, that's nice, or thumbs up or whatever. But if you go and make a video that took you an hour, 2 hours to make, and you post it in a group and it's legit, like why not? People like watching that stuff. So if you're into something, go find a group for it, post a video in there. That's what I would say. If you're grinding to 100 subs, that would be my
I would
best
tell
advice.
I would tell you to do the same exact thing, but I would also tell you to pay your respects to the person that you're posting in their group. It's try and show them some love. The person that worked their ass off to even have a group for you to be able to post in. They went through the
That's
same
true,
thing,
too.
so it's like
Groups take time to build too. It all takes time to build.
yeah, it's a lot of effort. It is a lot of effort. So just build some friendships. That's another thing as well.
Yeah,
And then if you
be active.
yeah,
Don't
be
just
cool
go,
to the people that
don't just go there to post your videos. Like people have questions about something, or then see if you can answer it, or maybe you have a question, or you just got to be interactive.
Mhm.
It's the same thing with like this is something I got to do, but Instagram. Instagram's another cool platform to grow on right now.
Yeah, that I would definitely tell you to get into Instagram and build up your Instagram if you can. It's not
'Cause it's
not so
it's
simple to build up an Instagram. I think it's a little more easy to get a few followers over at Instagram than what it'd be over at Twitter. Twitter is more complicated.
Oh, what's up,
But
soda
Twitter's the
free?
big one. If you can conquer Twitter, then
Thank you.
you're in, man.
Oh yeah, conquer them all. Why not? Why not try? Trying is the thing you gotta do.
Right.
Because if you think you want to do it, and you go, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and you just put it off, put it off, put it off, it's never gonna happen. And then later down the road, you might be like, well, if I would have done it that same
What's
time
up, Soda
this guy
Free?
did it. Yeah, I just put a comment down. Yeah, thank you. Gotta fly. What up, everybody? Money Farm Tech. What up? I'm out. Oh, just came in real quick just to say hi. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it, man. PewDiePie
PewDiePie T
Ortiz.
series. There it is, man. I knew it was coming. I shouldn't have
I'm
taken
a
my live
I'm
stream
a
down. I should have
PewDiePie.
left it up, man.
I'm a PewDiePie fan. I'm subscribed to him, so I think some of his stuff is funny. So I'll watch
We
his
got to
like
go with PewDiePie.
I'll watch his meme reviews, and sometimes I'll laugh my ass off. Or when he does those TikTok videos, I like his content. I don't care if he's got 86
This is
million
what I understand about
subscribers
all this
or
stuff, though. Look,
whatever.
dude, T Series is a music YouTube. Really, their channel is based upon music. So, and PewDiePie is like an individual creator on YouTube. I think it's only about him promoting himself at the end of the day. Like, I hate to say that because I like PewDiePie, but I know that there's the fundamental reason that this is happening on YouTube is not because I'm trying to make it not sound bad towards him. I think it's a way for him to promote himself.
Right now.
He's headed towards 90 million. But I don't know, man. I don't think it's a big deal if T Series does pass PewDiePie, is what I'm really trying to say, because yeah, exactly. They create music. So I don't think it's a big deal if they do pass him, because they're not really the same types of channels. So it would be different if Mr. Beast, for example, that just creates YouTube videos at random different types of videos. It would be different if he was about to pass up PewDiePie. Then PewDiePie could be like, oh no, there's a creator that's about to pass me and take the top spot on YouTube. But at the end of the day, PewDiePie is not, I don't think he's at the top. I think there's another music channel. I haven't checked Social Blade in a while, but I believe he's not really technically the top YouTube channel. Maybe he is, though. I don't know.
I like these meme reviews. These are funny as hell sometimes, man.
I'm gonna look at the top.
Or try not
top
to laugh.
All right, so technically T-Series is the top. Let's see, we got top 50 YouTubers. They're the top 50 YouTuber section in the section for Social Blade, and then top 100 YouTube channels. Let's go to.
Trailers.
So where does it, like PewDiePie, he falls in this? Let's just do.
What? I don't want to log in on screen. Let's go back to Perk. How many subs does T-Series have? Is he past
88 million. And
are they tied?
No, hold on. I'm pretty sure the PewDiePie is still at the top. But I'm not sure what the sub gap is. I haven't checked it in a minute, so. All right, he has 88,735,000. If I had not taken my live stream down, I could just go to my PewDiePie versus T-Series live stream and just look, but of course it's down, so.
Sarcasm.
So 88.
Search T-Series and subscribe.
Yeah, PewDiePie right now has like 100,000 lead on T-Series. So
is Indian music company.
Let's go to Flare
T-Series
TV.
Does have some good stuff, but I like PewDiePie. He makes me laugh.
So Flare TV was like the first channel to start the PewDiePie versus T-Series live stream.
Don't unsub me because I said that though.
1.32 billion, most of it to hit even a million. All right, so actually the sub gap is 21,000 right now between T-Series and Pewds. So
that's close. $11 people watching. Thank you everybody who showed up. Really appreciate it. Everybody that subscribed. Just hit 500 today. Really appreciate everyone that subscribed to my channel. And thank you so much.
We just need 500 more.
Yes.
And we're there, man. So
everybody that subscribed to me tells one person to subscribe to me, then I'll be there. No, that's okay. I don't want to force it. I can't do that. I see some channels like, like big channels, or people will be in the comments like sub for sub. It's like I kind of want to do it like organically. That's just the way I feel about it. I mean,
the sub for sub thing is not going to get you the views, and at the end of the day, the views are what count in a lot of ways. But you need the subs too. That too.
Like people.
Dude, I'm so close to 10K, bro. I'm not trying to steal your shine. I'm struggling too. I'm at this moment where I'm struggling as well. So
it don't matter where you are in life. You're always trying to be somewhere else. It's like,
right.
It's crazy. Do you guys think perk apps will start changing to be more like Watchback? I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Would it really be? It wouldn't be too bad of a thing, would it, though?
At least you know what your cap is and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've personally in the past got a warning for overusage. So,
I knew that question was about to come. Yeah. I think, look, I just had Indian food last night. Lamb vindaloo and some garlic naan. That's what I ate for dinner last night. I love Indian culture. I love Indian food. And most Indian people that I've come across have been just really cool. Did a tattoo for a guy. Indian guy, was a friend of mine. Haven't talked to him in a while, but so yeah, man. But I still say subscribe to PewDiePie, take him to 100 million, and T-gay.
Hey, I love every kind of people, man. I'm not racist or anything of any kind. My
Best
my
best
mar-
comment though.
my marriage is actually interracial. My wife is Filipino, and I'm
Yeah, I
obviously
didn't
not
even think about
Filipino.
that, man. I didn't even think about that. So you kind of understand. I'm the same way. You can't.
Millennials pretty much
Racists are freaking sick, man. Just
millennials
hateful
pretty
people
much
in
don't
general,
see
man.
color.
Yeah,
It's all those baby boomers, man. They were grown, and their parents, they grew them up on the
yes.
you don't
Rich old white people,
racism
man,
is taught. It's
and their
not
grandchildren.
inherited.
Mm-mm-mm.
I love all people, all foods, all places.
Yeah,
You know, that's how I am.
yeah, I'm the same way, man. I one thing is, I could not imagine my life only eating like Americanized food. You know.
Yeah, it's good to have variety. Definitely.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't really like the T Series channel in general. I mean, like the music, like I'm very particular about music, so and that's exactly why. You know, if I enjoyed the music, then I'd be like, yeah, I like this channel, but I just the music isn't for me. So uh,
Oh man.
I can respect. That's one thing I should say. I can respect what T Series is doing and their commitment to their company. You know, because they release a lot of videos. That's some integrity, man. You can't build the foundation of a company like that, but without hard work. So
Yeah. Everything that everything good like that in life just takes hard work, you know.
yeah, that lamb vending.
Nothing's ever gonna fall into your lap.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
good.
and we've been going for a little bit now, so and I've been working all night. I'm gonna have to cut it pretty soon here.
You're streaming way too long. You need to cut it.
I need to
Yeah.
pet my cat. He's getting jealous.
Yeah, I get it, man. I'll say this: like, we have this as in the Facebook group
Love
put
my
at the
cat.
top. I'm gonna start doing that more often. Putting videos as a an announcement in the Facebook group, which is not something that I've done. We got two of those fur balls running around here somewhere.
You got cats too?
Yeah, yeah,
I love cats.
me too.
Dogs are cool, but I just gotta like I'll play with a dog, but then it's like go back over there for a little bit. I like
Well, heck,
cats. Cats, you know,
they're always there when you want to.
cats actually have a different relationship with their owners than dogs do. A
Yeah,
dog's relationship with its owner is like slave master, and
yeah,
a cat's relationship with its owner is like a friendship.
right.
So like
Sure.
you they don't owe you nothing and you don't owe them nothing. It's like they're just your roommate or something.
Yep. Well, they're very independent. You know, they
I
don't.
love dogs though. I love both cats and dogs, but cats are my favorite by far.
Yeah, they're better for cuddling, man. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. I guess it depends on the dog. Some dogs, but
Dogs are cool, but cats are better. That's
yeah,
my
most
opinion.
cases dogs are not very. They're not very fluffy, man. Their hair is very coarse. But cats can be the same
Man,
way. Like
I
tabby
was
cats have coarse hair.
I think I was on YouTube one night just like watching videos and I started watching like cat videos or something and there was like this video that was like I think it was like an hour or 2 hours long just about a documentary about cats, like where they come from,
Yeah,
why they do what they do. Like it was crazy. Like cats don't even meow to each other. The only reason they meow is because we talk to each other, so they meow to communicate to us.
it's wild.
It's crazy. But anyways, I'm gonna have to cut this. I think we had a pretty good live stream. Looks like we've been going around for about an hour 45 minutes. I feel good about that. I'm glad everybody that showed up, thank you so much. Everybody that subscribed, thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. eCash, for showing up and
Man, I told you I
hanging
would.
out.
So Told
Appreciate
you I
it.
would, but I wanted to anyways, man.
We had a few people. We had a few people pop in the stream too. I think Soda Free stopped in to say hi.
Yeah,
So I
like
appreciate it, man. Everybody,
if
all
I
you
could give
guys,
one
man.
message, it would be, you know, this is once again, this is the proof that if you continuously press forward, it doesn't matter what you're going through. Uh, if you push forward on YouTube, eventually the algorithm will give away, and you will make it up there towards your goals. You'll make it to any goal that you would like to meet here. If you want to make it to 1,000 subs or 100,000 subs, if you put it in the right effort, it can happen. So you're
One
halfway
one
there, man.
one person I would like. One person I really like watching too. As far as like YouTube goes and tutorials and like motivation. Um, Especially if you guys want to start a YouTube channel, go check out Roberto Blake. He's got some awesome stuff, man. I love watching his stuff.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
that's one of my favorite guys. Me personally.
Hey, he's just level-headed, you know. He's got that cool, calm, collective kind of
Yeah.
personality that I've seen the other video creators that talk about monetizing a channel and the different ways that you can improve your YouTube channel. They just
He's
they don't come off as very genuine as him, you know.
Yeah, he's super genuine. You could tell
Yeah,
he's straight up real.
yeah. All
Not
right, man.
many.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
hop
well,
out of this chat and let you close it out,
yeah.
and then I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna close it
message you
up
as
pretty
well.
fast because I'm gonna be out of here. I gotta go
All
to
right,
bed
man.
soon. Thanks for showing up, though. Appreciate it.
Yep. Peace out to you. Congratulations as well, and peace out to everybody else.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. 11 people still watching. Thank you, everybody who showed up. I appreciate you guys showing up today. Let's pull this up here. All right. I'm not done phone farming. We'll cover some more apps coming up. I do want to do, like I was showing earlier in the stream, I got another drone I want to show. I'm just kind of waiting for it to get nicer outside so I can pull it outside. But drones are coming in the future. Something else I want to do. I want to get my license. I want to show you guys some other ways to make money. But yeah, today's all about the 500 subs and me appreciating every one of you guys. I appreciate all the support, all the positive feedback, and everything like that. Thank you guys for showing up. Yeah, be sure to like and sub if you're not sub. Consider subbing. I'll have more content revolving around technology, making money, anything like that. So thank you so much again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Take it easy. Have a great day.